Hey everybody, welcome back to Living Life Hands-On. Today we're going to put some running boards on my truck. Part of Living Life Hands-On is you don't necessarily know how to do everything, but you can learn by watching YouTube videos. I learned this from watching a video channel that's called Andrew Does Life. This guy did all sorts of modifications to his truck, made it look great, and so I got the confidence to do this job by watching his videos.
All right, so you want to get under your truck or car or whatever you're using, it's not an SUV, and you're going to look for these bolts. There's going to be a set of bolts here in the front, and there's also going to be a 3 set here in the back. Right now we're working on the front set, so we're going to go over here. So you have your bracket here. You can see the bracket has holes in the top and the bottom. So what we're going to do is we're going to match it up on top. You see I have the top one in. And once you have the top one in, you can adjust it to where they all go in. You see that? It's literally that simple. And then what you're going to do is you take your washer, put your washer on, take your bolt, or take your nut, put your nut on. It's easier if you can get them all started at once, and that way you don't have to keep moving. You always want to make sure when you're putting on nuts, you put them on the right way. See? I don't know if you can see it very well, but that is the top of it. You can see there's a slight ridge around it. And you can see when we flip it over, my nasty fingernails, there's nothing there. So we want to put the part with the little ridge on it towards the outside so we can have a flat space against our brace, against our bracket here. So I'm going to get these started. Oh, looks like I missed a washer on this one. Okay, now we're good. I am not left-handed, as you can tell, so I am not very graceful with this. Well, it looks like we got it started. So this requires a 1/2 inch ratchet. So you can use an adjustable wrench or whatever you'd like, but the ratchet always works better. And all you do is tighten them. It's that simple. And so, fast forward. So as you can see, the bolts have been tightened, or the nuts have been tightened down on the washers. The bracket is in place. The only thing that you missed was me tightening it with the ratchet. That's all you missed. So you just make sure you slide it on there in the correct holes, and then just tighten down the screws. So that one is complete, and we're going to move down to the next set. So I'm going to do these, and then I'll show putting the running board on. So when you're assembling your bolts to put into the board, you want to make sure you assemble them correctly. This is called a lock washer. This is going to go on the nut, or this is going to go on the bolt first. It's going to go right up against the head here. The washer goes on second. So it'll go like that. We're about to put it in now. Here it is. And so, as you can see, there's a hole here, and it's actually a pretty decent slot, which is nice because it gives you a little bit of wiggle room. So I am going to get this bolt through. And you can see I am trying to match it up with the hole on the back with one hand. And I have got it. Now if I can find my ratchet. My dad is getting the other one set up on the other side. It's easier to get them both set up at the same time rather than try to get one locked in tight and then get the other one on. That way you have a little bit of wiggle room to be able to move it around with. And so now that we've got these started, we're going to tighten these bolts on, and we will show you the finished project in just a moment. And this is the final product. This is what it's going to look like when it's all set. Now you got a nice bar to step onto when you're stepping up into the truck, so you don't wear your seats out and you don't bang your shins.